Hey folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to make some fun earrings using my FOC bag. That's Found Objects Challenge from Thunder Horse Descendant, and my current bag and a few things from my old bag. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some memory wire earrings. Now this is a pretty big size, but it is the smaller of the two bracelet sizes. And these are our fun tassels we're going to put in the bottom. Isn't those fun? So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do and we'll get started. Okay, as I stated, these are our fun tassels we're going to use. I'll have to get a jump ring out to put those together. And then we've got some coconut spacers in black and in teal from my my old Found Objects Challenge bag from Thunder Horse Descendant. Then we have some pale blue here and some little turquoisey blue here and some white little beads. Get these separated. These little silver ball spacers are from my stash. But other than the memory wire and the ear wires, that's the only thing we're going to use from my stash. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a length of memory wire. Well, technically 2 lengths because one for each side. And I'm going to, I don't care if these get a little smaller than they are right now. So what I'm going to do is just cut 2 loops that are just right at the loop right here. So we'll get our memory wire cutters out, cut our first loop, bing, and then cut a second. So there's 2 loops of memory wire. We don't need the rest of this now. And then what we want to do is we're going to turn a loop on one side of these. Looks like I may have got one of these a little bigger than the other one. Let's see. If I did, we're going to cut that little bit off because I don't want them being different lengths. It's only a teeny bit, but it is enough that I'm going to want to trim it down that bit. So we'll just tuck that in there and cut it off. So now what we want is our memory wire pliers. We're going to turn one side. So we've got the one side turned now, and we have to decide if what our pattern is going to be. And I've sort of decided we'll go with a little black one, a little turquoise one, well, if this one will go on, we'll see. One of the silver spacers, the white, the light blue. Whoa, I just knocked them all off. So white and light blue. Come on, baby. Another ball spacer. And now we're going to go with the black coconut spacer and a teal spacer. And normally I would just say there's our beads. We're not going to add any more because of, you know. But I'm thinking I may take these off and put like 3 and 3 of everything on here because this is really not very many beads, and I'm not sure I want to just make a pattern and then go to put though I could do that. The more I think about it, if I made a pattern and then put it on, I don't know. I still think we'll need more multiple little beads on here. So we're going to take these two off. We're going to take these off. And we're going to put 3 blacks, 3 turquoise, etc., etc. So let's get some more black on here. 2, 3. Then a ball spacer. 3 turquoise. 1, 2, 3. Ball spacer. 1 ball spacer. Then the white. 1, 2, 3. Ball spacer. And turquoise. Then these pale like a robin's egg blue. 2, 3. And a ball spacer. Like so. And then we'll put on the teal. Nope, we wanted the black. No, we're going to put the teal on. I'm going to put the teal on first. And then the black. And I'm doing that because now is when I'm going to jump ring that pretty little tassel right here to the bottom. So, just like so. So let's get the other side going and then we'll put that on. So I'm going to put 2 ball spacers right here. 1, 2, and then the other black, and then the other teal. And then a ball spacer again, and go back up the other line. So then 1, 2, 3 light blue, 2, 3, come on 3, and then another ball spacer. Then of course we are going to change to the white. So 1, 2, 3 white. And a ball spacer. And now we'll switch to the little turquoise ones. So let's do our 3 turquoise. 1, 2, 3, and then another ball spacer. So now the black, 3 blacks. Come on, blacks. 1. So there is a number. Now we're going to turn this other side here. Now if you don't want them quite this large, you can always cut a little of the wire off. Even though it's memory wire, you can make it pull up to closer side. And I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to cut just a little bit off, maybe 1/4 inch or so, just to make it just be a little bit smaller. So there's that. Now we're going to twist this side the same way. So now we have all of the beads on. Now we need to do the same to the other side, and then we'll put the tassel on and put it together. So the tassel's going to go like this, and we are going to pull this together, and we're going to do it with jump rings. So But first we want to do the other one, if only for the simple fact that we cut some off and we need to know how much we cut off. So let's start with our little black ones, 3 of little black ones. And 3. So now if you'll recall, we cut about 1/4 of an inch of wire off, so we want to do that again. And then we'll turn this side. So just put our pliers in as far down as we can do it so that we don't bend our base of our pliers any more than I've already got them bent, and then wrap it around. And let's see if they're about the same size since I cut some off. They look pretty good. I think one may be still a little bigger than the other one, but I'm not gonna worry about it so much because they're relatively good. So I am going to put some of these things away so they're not in our way, and then we'll have to get the jump rings out. Okay, I've got the ear wires out and the jump rings. So the first thing we want to do is to open up the jump ring to put our tassel down here on the bottom. So we'll get our two chainmail pliers out, or chain nose. Open this baby up. And then take one of your tassels, go through, and then hook it between these 2 ball spacers. So there's our tassel on. It's going to hang right there between them, like so. We'll put the other one on the other side. Okay, I've got 2 of each of the beads out so that we can have 1 for each side. And then I got a little pile of ball spacers because I'm not exactly sure how many we want to use. Then I'm going to get 2 head pin, or well, these are ball head pins. I like a ball head pin. I like the little extra oomph of the little bead at the back, at the top here. So of course we're going to have to go with our pattern. So we'll go with the black, and then the teal here. Then we'd have a ball spacer for sure. One of the blues. Now, by all rights, I could put a ball spacer in here, or I can just put the white and maybe another ball spacer here. The turquoise and the black. Come on, black, go on. Well, we'll try the other one for right now. Just need to get one on right now. Okay. So there would be our dangle. Actually, that's a pretty nice dangle. I like it just like that. So let's do up the other one, and then we'll wind them up and get them put on here. So the black, the teal, ball spacer, light blue, white, ball spacer, turquoise, and black. Still being difficult, huh? Where's your hole? There it is. There we go. So there's the second one. We don't need these ball spacers, so we can put them away before we drop them on the ground. And we can wind these up, and then we can just open up that jump ring that's in the middle and hang it to it. Or we can use another jump ring to hang it on if we wanted to. It's entirely, you know, a matter of preference. So grab our bell making pliers, go to the smallest one, up and around and over, and drop it down and bring it around and straighten her up. So frankly, she's not very straight. She's a little crooked. But there we go. And now she can be wrapped up. So get the other plier and wrap it up. And tuck it in. There's our first dangle done. Now we'll just need to do the second one the exact same way. Put our bell makers in there, over and around and down. Bring her over and straighten her up. Take our plier, hold it right where they come together, and grab our second plier and wrap. Cut it off. Tuck it in. Oop. Don't want to knock my lights out of place. Let me see if she needs straightened a little bit. And there is the second one dangle. Now we just need to attach them. Hi folks, this is Rose again. In this spot right here, you can see that the earrings look like they're finished. They were. However, I started the top in a different fashion than we ended up because the dangles did not hang right with it done this way. So we switched it out. I took the part out where I showed how to do this top part since we didn't use it. But the new part is coming up. To do this, we need to turn one of our loops sideways, if it will let us. I'm not sure it will. And we need to hook them together. Actually, I wonder, I'm going to try something. That's not going to work. I think they're going to try and pull apart anyway, even with the jump ring there. So we need to open one of these up and slide it around the other one. If it will let us open it up, because memory wire is sort of touchy. Okay, it's open a little bit. Now it has to go. Now see, this one will have to open too, because it's got to slide up into it, I think, for it to look decent. Now we'll close it back up. I don't think that's tightly closed, but it might be good enough. Now what I'm going to do, now that I've got that done, is I'm going to put my jump ring through the two loops that are together here, and then put my ear wire on. Come on, you, go on there. Now we'll hook this back together. Oops, now the jump ring's hanging sideways. So we'll need a small one to make it go straight. And in the meantime, we can take our little one here, take one of these open jump rings, go through our teeny tiny here, and hook it to the rings from the opposite direction. Come on, baby, go in. Hug. Is it in there? Looks like it. Now we need to close it, if it is in there. Looks weird, sort of weird here. Yeah, it's closed. And then our dangle will hang down in there, just like so. Actually, this is looking better than my original plan, so that's great. Though it does hang a wee bit weird here. I'm not sure why. But actually, we're going to switch this jump ring. Well, actually, we're going to leave it here, but we're going to open it up so that we can put a tiny one on here to so it will hang the way I want it to. At the present moment, it's not. So we'll get, actually we'll just use one of these since we have them here anyway. And now we'll go through the jump ring that goes to the top here and hang our ear wire on here. Close her up. Now let's see how she looks. The dangle's a little off-sided, and so is, I think, our bottom, but not so much that it's a real problem. So I think we're good to go. Oh, I see what I did. I think, maybe. That's why it's offsides. This jump ring is in the other jump ring, or the other jump ring's in this one, however you want to put it. So we needed to fix that. Now it should be good. Oh yeah, that's much better now. The dangle's a little lower than I anticipated having it, but I think it will be all right. Maybe should have just taken the little one out and put it right up onto there. Yep, let's do that. Let's take the little one back out. Come on. Let's play jump rings all over the place. Okay. Uh-oh, I don't think it opened for me. Silly little jump ring. Come here, you. Okay, teeny one, you're coming out. And then we're going to open that bottom one up again. If I can find the opening. There we go. Put the dangle back in place. Actually, it's came out entirely, and that's all right. Now we're going to move that jump ring up so it's not in the way when we put this one on. What are you doing here? Ugh. There we go. Close her up. Okay. Yeah, I like that length better. And it doesn't seem to have done too much weirdness to the... Open these up just a little bit. Bing. And so that our two sides interlock together. Come on, you. Okay, now we need to close them. Bring them up together so that they're making sort of a circle here. And then we need a bottom jump ring for our dangle. And then one of these to go up in the top. Now we're going to have to push our wires a little bit to get them to behave here. Then put the other one in here for the ear wire and close that up. And there we go. They're done. They turned out better than I expected with redoing the top, but I like them. So now we'll just have to put our little jump rings away and our earrings are done. So there we go. We finally got them finished. Our pretty dangle earrings. They're very long. Very bohemian. Anyway, those are using our Thunder Horse Descendant Found Objects Challenge Kit for this month, with a few little bits from last month. So there they are. There's our earrings. They want to twist and turn a little bit, but that's all right. They got lots of movement. There they are. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and I hope you enjoyed making these with me, even though they were a little stubborn and didn't want to do exactly what I wanted them to do. But they have a mind of their own. Bye-bye.